Whenever we work with quadratics, sometimes we want to get from standard form to vertex form, and using completing the square is the method that we're going to do it. Now it's a little bit different than what we've done in class for completing the square of solving. Let's say we have x squared plus 4x plus 7. I really want to look at these two terms, so I'm going to go y equals x squared plus 4x, and then let's just kind of put the 7 off on the side. I'm not going to subtract it over, I'm just going to leave it there. So this is what I want to complete the square with. So our rule is we take half of 4, half of b, and square it. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, squared is 4. So we're going to add 4 in here. Now when we've done completing the square before, we would then add it to the other side. I don't want to do that because I want to leave y by itself, but we got to keep things balanced. So what we've done to this side of the equation is we've added 4. To keep it balanced, we're then going to subtract 4 to the same side. So in total, we've added 4, subtracted 4, and really added 0, so everything's still the same. And why we did this now is we can now say this factors to be x plus 2 squared, and then a plus 3 on the end. So by add subtract to the same side, it's balanced. We get the equation of x plus 2 quantity squared plus 3, which is in vertex form. Let's look at this one. We took x squared plus 5x plus 3. We're going to have x squared plus 5x, put the 3 on the outside. I'm going to take half of 5 squared, so this is going to be 5 over 2 squared, and I'm going to subtract it on the other side as well. So this is going to factor to become x plus 5 over 2, because we know it automatically is half of this. So half of 5 over 2, that's x plus 5 over 2 quantity squared. Over here, 5 over 2 squared becomes 25 over 4. And I'm going to rewrite 3 so it kind of matches that. So let's make it 12 over 4. So now they're like denominators. So 12 minus 25 is negative 13 over 4. So our equation is now y equals x plus 5 over 2 squared minus 13 over 4. It's in vertex form. We could graph if necessary. Now what happens when we have a coefficient on the x squared? We're still going to start off, but this time I'm going to set it up here. And now since I notice I can factor a 2 out from the parentheses, I'm going to go 2 times the quantity x squared plus 2x plus a missing term, 3 there. So what do I want to put in there? Well, half of 2 is 1, squared is 1. But I have to keep it balanced, but I'm not going to subtract 1 out here, because really I didn't add 1, I added 1 times 2, because in this whole statement here, this is 1 times 2, we subtract a 2 on the outside. 1 times 2 gets subtracted. So now x squared plus 2x plus 1 is going to factor to be x plus 1 quantity squared, 2 is out in front, and then plus 1 on the outside, and our equation is in vertex form.